May the people all over the world find lasting peace which fills their mind. Rain blessing. May there be rainfall in adequate strength so that lakes, ponds, wells, and rivers are filled to the brim. May people live in prosperity through ennoblement of character. May there be rainfall in adequate strength so that lakes, ponds, wells, and rivers are filled to the brim. May people live in prosperity through ennoblement of character. May there be rainfall in adequate strength so that lakes, ponds, wells, and rivers are filled to the brim. May people live in prosperity through ennoblement of character. May peace prevail within us. May peace prevail around us. May peace prevail all over the world. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Rub your palms gently together, place them over your eyes, and then gently wipe the face with the palms. Raise the hands over your head. Take a gentle, deep breath and release it. Bring the hands down sideways. Open your eyes gently and look at your palms and bless your Guru and bless all the people who are meditating along with you. Be blessed by the Divine.
Be blessed by the Divine. Dear Sky Meditators, may our Guru be always with you. The Almighty is always with all of us, protecting, guiding, and leading us in all our duties. We have come together with the purpose of developing our consciousness through Sky practices. We are happy to have Sky Professor S. Krishnamurti with us today. Professor S. Krishnamurti has rendered 30 years of service in State Bank of India before his retirement. He was also worked as executive officer in former Chennai City Zone. He was initiated into the Sky Yoga in 1994 in his own office itself, which was a sub-center under Mylapore Sky Trust. He became a professor in 1999. He is currently associated with Thiruvanmiyur Sky Trust as a master and a program officer. He has been conducting Sky Yoga classes in English in various sectors, including bank training centers, public and private institutions, and corporate sectors. I now request Professor S. Krishnamurti, sir, to deliver speech on Manoeuvering 6 Temperamental Moods. Be blessed by the Divine.
Be blessed by the Divine. Shall I proceed, sir?
Yeah, please go ahead, sir.
Be blessed by the Divine. Invoking the blessings of the nature and the blessings of our Maharishi, I am going to start today's session. I have the opportunity to interact with so many professors on the Zoom. I should thank the organizer for giving me an opportunity to speak to the sponsors. Thank you very much at the first instance. I would like to talk about the effects of the energy, that is, we should try to understand the purpose of the life. Normally, I used to say, I don't know my date of birth, but somebody has told me that is the date of birth. But I don't know the ultimate date when I'm going to retire. Okay, so in between the birth and the death, we are leading a life. The purpose of the life is we should live in harmony in the society and with the nature. The nature itself is formed into so many factors, the absolute space. And we are the one end, and another end is called the absolute space. So there is a link. Normally, we are searching for the God. Normally, we say, well, I want to see the God. God cannot be seen. It's not an object to see it. It's a subjective phenomena. Normally, what is meant by God? That which generates, that which operates, that which destroys is called the God. So the absolute space itself is being transformed in so many factors and all these things. We are seeing so many objects, animate and inanimate, and ultimately we are come to the state to understand the purpose of the life, for which we are getting a lot of, because of emotional sense, that is sensory emotions, we are committing a lot of mistakes with ourselves I'm not aware what's the purpose of the life. I am living as if the animals are living. Okay. So as a human structure, we should realize the oneness within us. That is the purpose of life. For that purposes, we are having a lot of problems within us. The main problem that is there is called blemishes. We have got so many blemishes. The blemishes, normally we say there are three aspects. Ego, that is we say that I would tell you about this ego, and then the imprints that is called the sinful imprints, and then the illusion, Maya. Anavam in Sanskrit is known as Anavam, Kanvam, Maya. When we are in these three factors, we are not aware the purpose of the life. I am lingering here, sir. The idea behind this is the mind has to merge with the total consciousness. That is the purpose of the life. For that purpose, we are having a lot of blemishes. That blemishes we have to overcome that. So normally, Maharishi used to say, God plus three blemishes, that is Anavam, Kanvam, Maya, or the ego, sinful imprints, and the illusion, we are being transformed to the man. The man, if these three blemishes are removed, we are raising up the God. So the God is everywhere. The God is within me also. And I to understand the God is within me, I will not commit any mistakes and all these things. Because of this ego, that is, I want to stress more on that ego. Maharishi used to say, the ego consists of two factors, I and mine, or me and mine. That is, whatever the thing that is there, it is belonging to me. I will not give it to anybody. The mind is called the possessiveness. Me and I is called the aggressive state of mind. Mind is called the possessiveness. When we are lingering in this I and mind, we are committing a lot of mistakes. But at the same time, we should live in a good habit, and the purpose of the life is that we should obtain the divinity. That is, basically, we need three important aspects to overcome the problem that without which a man cannot live. What are the three important factors? The desire. The desire can be transformed to hunger, climatic impacts, and impulses executing waste products. So these are the common desire for each and every person needed. But ultimately, we are when we want to achieve something, we are using only the sensual, that is the organs, sensory organs. With the sensory organs, when you are putting into action, we derive some benefit out of it. But once the mind is lingering on that, we don't know the purpose of life, it becomes a habitual. And Maharishi used to say, habit overcomes the wisdom. The other two aspects, habit and wisdom. Once I am in the habit mode, I'm not able to understand the wisdom. I don't know the purpose of life. So the transformation, that is the desire, once it exceeds the limit, it is being transformed into so many factors. And Maharishi say another point is me and mind. These are the extraordinary couple, and they unite together. They give birth to six childs. The child's names are greed, anger, miserliness, immoral sexual passion, and inferiority superiority complex, and vengeance. In Sanskrit, it is known as Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Macharyam. These are the six children that have been born to the couple, that is me and my extraordinary couple. They give birth to these children. So we should try to understand the children, the habits. They have got so much of habits. Normally we say greed. What is greed? Each and every person, the desire is there because I want to lead a happy life. I need a house. I need a dwelling place. I want to eat to overcome the problem of hunger, to overcome the climatic changes and all these things. I need certain things. And at the same time, I should have the interpersonal relationship between the husband and wife also. So these are the factors that each and everybody knows about it, and we need it also. Then only we can lead a very happy life. But when we are in a sensual passion, we are committing a lot of mistakes. We say the greed, the first habit, that is an aggressive state of mind. The first stage habit is called greed. What is greed? Greed is nothing but the excess of desire. The desire has to be limited. Whatever the thing that I'm having it, that is more than sufficient. I can lead a very happy, healthy, and good life, but at the same time, I can take care of myself as well as the family members. Not only that, to relations, and I can also do service to the society also. Once the desire exceeds a certain limits, it becomes a greed. That is called unregulated desire. Desire has to be regularized. For that purpose, Maharishi also has given some interesting classes also, how to moralization of desire. That I'm not going to touch about that aspect. Suppose if you are not able to moralize the desires are necessary, but we have to moralize it. If I'm not able to achieve the desire, what I need it becomes anger. What is the anger? I want to, the desire has to be fulfilled. If there isn't any abstraction in utilizing the desire, whether it is maybe an object or it may be a person, all these things, because they are coming in my way, with the result I'm finding fault with them, the anger is coming into contact. So when desire face abstraction, the urge to remove these impediments is called anger. And then the myselfness, whatever the thing that I possess, that is belonging to me, no doubt about it. But at the same time, if I'm overcoming, if there is any excess and all these things, that has to give it to somebody else. But we are not doing it that also. So the thought and actions perform and protect or desire objects to oneself without giving room for others to take possession of them. And then improper sexual passion, that is expression is once we attain certain age, at the time of maturity, it is a natural instinct that we need the partner to enjoy the life. For that purpose, it should be moralized. That also I'm going to tell you about this. And then the inferiority and superiority complex, that should also be changed. When we are in aggressive mode, we find fault with others and all these things. I am the worthy fellow and all these things. And either I am taking them as inferior to me or superior to me. But how that can be avoided? And then the vengeance. Vengeance is nothing but the suppression of anger. Once we get angry, I'm not able to show my anger at the present moment. It is because of a situation, all these things. It has been overcome. That is, I'm merging within my mind. I want to see an opportunity to express my anger. That is called vengeance. So these are the 6 habits that always were in aggressive mode. But these 6 habits can be changed into transformation. That is from aggressive state to awareness state. How best we can bring it to awareness state. That is the purpose of the life. The greed can be transformed into good habits. That is the 6 imprints that Maharishi said there are 6 C's of there. The greed can be changed into contentment, anger, composure, miserliness, charity, improper sexual urge that can be changed into chastity, complexions, the inferior superiority complex can be transformed into compassion, and vengeance can be condoning. I can put it very nicely also. The greed, satisfaction, self-satisfaction. What I'm having it is more than sufficient for me. I should have the contentment in my life. That is called self-satisfaction. Anger, even if somebody finds fault with us, we should overcome the problem of anger also. For that, Maharishi Tirukkural also says, if the anger persists within us, it is not only spoiling the self, it is also spoiling the others' relations and all these things. In Chennai, they have done a very nice book. In Tirukkural, Tannaitan Kakin Sanam Kaka Kavakal Tanne Kolam Shenam, whereas one book I read, wherein he said, burn the anger, otherwise the anger will burn you. We know that also. For best, how best we can avoid anger and all these things, for which you have got some interesting classes also. So the anger is the root cause for anything and everything. So the first child is great. If I'm not able to overcome that problem, it transforms to anger. Myselfness. Myselfness is what I earn that is belonging to me. I need it for my future life also, no doubt about it. But at the same time, if we have something excess within us, we should give it to some charity purposes. Now that we are also facing a lot of problem in the present situation, all these things, and even the government expects some charity from the public and all these things. They are mobilizing the funds also because and more people voluntarily they are coming forward to give it to the charity. That is the purpose of the life. And Maharishi used to give a very classical example. Once he had given a lecture in Kumbhakonam, I remember to have read that book. What he has said is, normally when we go out for a tour, in the olden days, we used to carry some food items also because now that we are getting the food, water, even water we are purchasing and all these things. In the olden days, we don't have it. Normally, we pack some food on the journey. Once we have taken the food, if there is any surplus within us, we will never throw it out of the station, out of the train. Normally, we used to keep it. The mind says better we can keep it If the train gets late tomorrow, I can use this for the breakfast also. So tomorrow morning, suppose the train is late, I want to consume that food, what I have taken yesterday, that has been decayed. Neither I'm going to use it, or this can be used by anybody. Suppose had I thrown it outside, at least some animals should have taken it, or some persons, those who are in need of it, they would have taken it and all these things. But we don't want to give it like that. We want to suppress it also. That should also be had. That's not the purpose of the life. So the charity should be, myself should be changed into charity. Either இசைவோட வாழ்தல் அதுவல்லது ஊதியமில்லை உயிருக்கு. So we have to give from charity purpose. With the result, we derive full benefit out of it also. And then the improper sexual urge. Improper sexual urge at the time of maturity, once we have crossed 14 or 15 years of boys and girls, it's a natural urge. When it is being excreted from the organ, it has got some sort of pressure. It got some sort of ecstasy. The ecstasy can be enjoyed, but that cannot be told in terms of any words and all these things. So once there is an urge and all these things, it is a quite natural. It is looking for the opposite sex to fulfill the desire also. So that is also the form of the desire also, improper sexual urge. And then complexion of inferiority superiority complex. That's the most compelling factor in our daily life. That is, I'm always thinking others, either they are superior to me or they are inferior to me. Normally we say, in the eyes of the God, all are equal. It's a very good term that I've used in Christianity. They say, in the eyes of the God, all are equal. Vaksha used to say, பிறப்பொக்க எவ்வளவும் சமம் குற்றவாளி பாவி என்று எவரும் இல்லை குறைகளுக்கு காரணம் பழைய சமுதாயம். There is a poem like that is going on. At the stage, at the time of birth, all are equal. Normally, I used to tell the participants also, there are just one child, say about 10 child. I'm putting them on the table. I'm covering them up to the neck. I want the elderly persons to identify whether it is a male child or a female child. That itself, they are not able to say whether it's a male child or a female child. If that be the case, who has bring in the caste, creed, religion, language, and all these things in the eyes, all are children. We see them only children, but that has been transformed into society, transformed by the society people. They are given some identification, caste, creed, religion, and all these things. So in the eyes of the God, all are equal. And another thing is, Magash used to say, quite often he say, பிறப்பொக்க எவ்வுயிரும் எல்லா உயிருக்கும் உயிரும் சிறப்பு ஒவ்வா செய்தொழில் வேற்றுமையான். That is, பிறப்பொக்க எல்லா உயிரும், all are equal at the time of birth, but they have been changed depending upon the work that they are performing it, that have been changed. I have possessed some little qualification, language and all these things. I am able to do my work perfectly and all these things. And Bhagashi is also say, Kallar Katrar Sail Velaival, Pan Inba Tunbam Avan. So whatever the thing that I possess and all these things, I am able to lead a very happy life. Suppose if another person, they are not able to lead a happy life, they don't dread over them. And the inferiority component, I also used to tell the participants, the day is not too far off where you people also is going to occupy the place and going to deliver the lecture. By habit only, we are able to develop certain knowledge and all these things and putting into practice effectively. So if at all I need some help, I should need the help of the plumber, carpenter, electrician, and whatever it may be. So as an individual, I cannot perform all the work. So I need the help of the society people also. If that be the case, if you are able to understand that concept, then we don't have that inferiority and superiority complex, or all equal in the eyes of the God. That can be changed into good qualities also. That is compassion or equalization. That we can call this equalization. And then the vengeance, forget and forgive. Vengeance is, that is, if it is there, that is lingering in the mind, and I'm looking for an opportunity to venture out my anger. So instead, if at all, if anybody commits a mistake, of course, it is because of ignorance, he has committed a mistake, or he has done some harm to me and all this thing. Anyway, let us forget it. Forgive him. So we did not go over that. So if that be the case, we can overcome the problem also. So the 6 temperamental modes can be changed into aggressive state to awareness state. The awareness state is contentment, composure, charity, chastity, compassion, and condoning. I have said easily and all these things, but how to put it into practice? For that purpose only, Maharishi has gone into the picture. He has told us to put it into practice to overcome the problem. I said the blemishes has to be removed. How best I can do it? That is very difficult. And for that, I want to quote Maharishi's words. I want to say, அறிவுதனை கருவினிலை இணைத்து தாவும் மாற்ற ஐம்புலன்கள் அமைதி பெறும் அருகுணமும் சீராம். அறிவுதனை கருவினிலை. Here, அறிவு means it's not the consciousness, it's the mind. The mind has to focus on the life energy. Karu is nothing but the life energy. Unite the tavam atra, ஐம்புலன்கள், the sensory perception. We can overcome the problem because we are enjoying the fruits of the nature only through the sensory organs. ஐம்புலன்கள் அமைதிபுரம் அருகுணமும் ஷீராம். Arugunam, what are the six person that is called the greed, anger, miserliness, impulse, sexual feeling, inferiority, superiority complex, vengeance. Arugunamum சீராம். அறிவுதன் விழிப்புநிலை பெறாத தெளிவில் ஐந்து பெரும் பழிச்சர்கள் வழியது. Here I want to say one important aspect. We are given the instruction how best that can be changed on to awareness state. We can change everything and all. Suppose I have my intent, I don't want to change these things. I want to possess all these things within me. With the result, we are committing a lot of sins. What are the 5 sins we are having it? We are telling always lie. I used to commit some mistake, but I will never accept my mistakes. I used to tell lies to overcome the problem. And then if anybody is there, a thief, that is the theft is coming into contact, I murder, gambling, and rape. These are the habits that will emerge once you are not able to fulfill the task of the impurities. So the lie, theft, murder, gambling, rape. These arises out of 6 uncontrolled mental states. When I attended that program, that is in 1994, I have become an Aruladi on 31st December 1994. I remember the date also. When all the functions are over, on the concluding day, Maharishi has occupied the stage and he has asked all the participants, I want Guru Dakshina. Guru Dakshina, what you want to give me, I don't want that. But I need Guru Dakshina, what I needed. You are looking at him eagerly and all this, what he is going to ask us, all the participants. He said, now that you have been transformed into a humble person, a human being and all this thing, you know the purpose of life. And this the purpose of the life is that you should serve the society and all these things. But all of us, we are having these 6 qualities. You give those 6 qualities to me. I am prepared to take it. And you will transform the good person and do service to the society. And he has also got an assurance from the participants. Suppose if you are not doing it and all this, whatever the thing that has been given to the charity, that should not be get it back. If you get it back like that, again I'll come to you, I'll ask for the Guru Dakshina. So this Guru Dakshina that I needed, you be transformed to a good person and do service to the society. So அறிவுதன் விழிப்புணர்வு பெற 5 பெரும் பழிச்சர்கள் வழியது. அறிவு உயிரில் அடங்கி ஆர்நிலையில் மேலும் ஆழ்ந்து ஒடுங்கி துரியம் நிற்க முன்வழிகள் போவே. அறிவு துரியாத நிற்க நிற்க ஆதியாம் மெய்ப்பொருளாம் அரும் பிறவி தொடரே. The பிறவி தொடரே is புனரப்பி ஜனனம், புனரப்பி மரணம். Normally we say, they say, I don't want to talk about the rebirth and all these things. The purpose is the human life is essential life. That is, we have to obtain the divinity and merge with the total conscious. That is the purpose of the life. அறிவு துரியாத நிலை நிற்க நிற்க, because there are various stages of meditation, agna, durya, and durya meditation we also done just now. Durya நிற்க நிற்க ஆதியா மெய்ப்பொருளாம் அரும் பிறவி தொடரே. So that is the purpose of life. If you are able to understand that concept, we can overcome the problem. And not only that, how best we are given and all these things. But as of now, I am having a lot of bad qualities, bad habits, emotional mood. I don't know how to come out of ambit and all these things. For that purpose also, Maharishi has given another poem. Tavamarayam aranariyam patra patra. Tavamaray means the mind has to focus inward. The attainment of mind should be there. The energy is that you should merge the absolute space. Tavamarayam aranariyam, moral behavior. Aranariyam patra patra. தருக்கன்ற தன்முனைப்பு குன்றி போகும் பவவினைகள் புதிது எழா. முன்னம் செய்த பதிவுகளும் மறைந்து மெய்ப்பொருள் காணும். சிவநிலையை சிவனில் உணர்ந்து கொண்டால் சிறுமை தரும் மனமயக்க மாய ஏது. எவரெனினும் இவ்வழியால் இன்றி உய்ய ஏது வழி வேறு உலகில் எண்ணிப்பாரேன். சிவநிலையை சவநிலையில் உணர்ந்து கொண்டால், சிவம் is the primal stage, the absolute space. Shavam is the body. So the Shivam is nowhere, it is within you. Once you are able to go deep into it, you cannot see the God, but you can realize the God. The God is oneness. He is everywhere. He is omnipresent, omnipotent, omniscient, and He is also within you. Once you are in a sensual passion and you are not able to understand Him, once you are able to concentrate and you can merge with the total conscious. That is the purpose of life. If you merge like that, you can realize the fruitful of the life. That is the purpose of life, for which only Maharshi has given us introspection classes and all these things. That is how the analyzation of thoughts. The thoughts are the root cause for anything and everything. Analyzation of thoughts, moralization. Desires are bound to occur, but you have to moralize it. Moralization of desire. If the desire is not fulfilled, we get angry. If there is any abstraction in enjoying the fruits of the life, we are finding out with them. So the anger should be neutralized. If the anger is not neutralized, then it will transform to the worries also. The suppression of anger leads to worries. There is nothing on suppression of anger leads to worries. So if you're able to understand these concepts, you'll be in a position to realize yourself, who am I? What am I? Where am I? What's the purpose of the life? Once I'm able to understand the concept, I can lead a very happy life, healthy life, without causing any disturbance to the self, to the family members, or to the society. The purpose of the life will be fulfilled. That is the purpose. We should come over here and we should try to understand the concept and putting into practice and overcome all the problems. So with this, I would like to say that is the purpose for the life, and we should try to understand the concept and putting into practice effectively to achieve success in the goal. Be blessed by the divine. Be blessed by the divine. Be blessed by the divine.
We thank you, sir, for the enlightening speech about maneuvering 6 temperaments, 3 blemishes of the life, with main focus on the ego as 6 children's, and to convert the 6 uncontrolled mental state to awareness state through meditation and introspection. We're ready to we're ready for the Q&A session. Please use the raise hand button in your Zoom app. While you're clicking on the raise hand button, we have some few important announcement. We're happy to inform you that you can now access Kayakalpa Yoga online course in the palm of your hands. Visit kayakalpayoga.edu.in to download our Android app. We invite you to download our monthly Unbully magazine in your Android phone at unbully.in and pay a small fee to access all premium content. If you're already an Unbully subscriber, you can access rare audios of Swamiji in the app. We invite generous donations for World Community Service Center. You can donate through an Unbully app or on our official website at vedatri.edu.in. Your donations will help us to sustain Swamiji's divine work during these difficult times when all our sky centers are locked down. Let us begin the Q&A session now. Sesha Chalam, please go ahead, sir.
Good evening, sir. Vazhga Valamudan. Good evening, sir.
Please go ahead, sir.
Are you able to?
Go ahead, sir. Go ahead. Ask your question, please. I don't think he's on. He has put his phone on mute, I think. Professor Krishnamurti, you need to unmute yourself. Yes. Vijay, go ahead and unmute the earlier gentleman.
I think he has put himself.
Let's go with the next person, please.
Radha Ravichandran. Manikam.
I am from Manikam Nagar. Do you hear
Please
me?
Yeah, please go ahead, sir.
Yeah, just be blessed by the divine power. I would like to ask Arunidhi, Professor Krishnamurti, that the sexual the relation is unable to control, is it because of the imprints or the greed, which is they are having the whether it's gens or male or female, because of the greed it is increasing, or because of the imprints? Suppose if it is because of the imprints, how to control that?
Sir, let me take that question. Professor Krishnamurti has put his phone on mute and we are unable to unmute him. So please allow me to answer this. This is Krishnamurti Ishwar. Sir, the sexual urge is quite a natural urge for anybody above the age of physical maturity or around 14 years of age. But due to the exposure to wrong kind of media and wrong kind of thinking and wrong kind of habits at a very young age, obsession develops in oneself. Such an obsession is quite natural because we are all products of such an act between our father and mother. And therefore, this desire to copulate, desire to produce children is quite natural and quite normally enhanced in all human beings. Having said that, if it goes beyond one's control, it clearly shows that the person has got an exposure into wrong media influence, wrong habits, wrong friendship, perhaps, wrong kind of beliefs and thinking over a period of time. And because of which, the person has gotten into a kind of an obsessive compulsive behavior where he or she is not able to get out of it. Having said this, there is an easy way to overcome this. And such a process is offered in our Kayakalpa Yoga courses. So by practicing Kayakalpa Yoga regularly, one is easily able to transmute the sexual energy into spiritual energy. Now, there's also this physical energy and there is a mental energy that also needs to be transmuted. So the way to do that is to distract one's mind into a social cause or a spiritual cause. 2 days ago, I was teaching Kayakalpa Yoga online through kayakalpayoga.edu.in to a gentleman from Europe. And he was telling me the same thing. He's saying, look, I'm interested in overcoming my sexual obsession. How do I do that? Can Kayakalpa Yoga alone help me? Yes, Kayakalpa Yoga will be a significant element or a significant part of this transmutation. But what is your hobby? What is it that you do? What is your profession? And the person is lazing around, playing games, watching pornography in his house. And definitely this man, Kayakalpa Yoga alone will not be sufficient. So he needs to transmute his mental energies onto something bigger than his body or his own personal desires and obsessions. So I suggested to him, why can't he take up a social cause or a spiritual cause? And he really liked that idea. And I have helped thousands of people in my life to overcome the sexual obsession in their life by simply transmutation of the sexual energy into spiritual energy through Kayakalpa Yoga, and by transforming or transmuting the mental energy to a spiritual cause or a social cause, and transforming or transmutating the physical energy, the physical dynamic energy into something worthwhile. For instance, doing physical exercises, deep relaxation, doing some hard work with your body, and doing some household work, or doing some exercises, going for walking, spending time in nature. These are all great ways of spending your physical energy onto something more constructive that bonds you one with nature. So these are the ways by which you can overcome your sexual obsession. Be blessed by the divine. Vijay, next question, please. You have muted yourself, Vijay.
Sorry, sir.
All right, I don't think there's any other question. Let's close
questions.
the session, please.
Yep. Thank you, sir, for patiently answering our questions and sharing your insights and divine thoughts. Let us all put our minds together to thank our professor. Come to meditation position. Keep your mind at Turiya Chakra. Professor S. Krishnamurti, be blessed by the divine. His good health, be blessed by the divine. His loving family, be blessed by the divine. His divine service, be blessed by the divine. We're happy to bring the following online programs as usual from Alaya Temple of Consciousness tomorrow. At 6 a.m. in the morning, we have exercises in Tamil. 7 a.m. 9 center meditation in Tamil. 7:30 we have 9 center meditation in English. 11 a.m. we have speech in Tamil on the topic Ini Oru Vidhi Seivom by Professor Murugan. Evening 6 p.m. we have Turyadida meditation in Tamil. 7:30 we have Turyadida meditation in English. 7:55 we have speech in English on the topic 7 daily habits during lockdown by Professor Krish Murli Ishwar. Dear Sky aspirants, we thank you for joining us today. We thank our beloved President Padma Shri Arunidhi S.K. Mailanandan sir for guiding and mentoring us with the broad aim of achieving towards world peace on the path laid out by our Guru Sri Vedatri Maharishi. Please share the details of our programs with your friends and families. May the whole world enjoy happiness, prosperity, and peace. See you tomorrow. This is Vijay from Aliyar World Community Service Center, IT team. Be blessed by the divine.